It was Prelude in A minor by Maurice Ravel, and it's the first bit of classical music I ever heard that like appealed to me and that made me want to learn to play it. Mostly because it kind of blurs the lines between this classical music and jazz, which I guess people think of as quite, starkly different. And up until that point, I'd never learned any classical music. But when I heard that, I was like, I really need to learn how to play it. I think earliest musical influences come from this restaurant my parents used to run in Finchley Road called A.I.R, and obviously I was there a lot, and they used to play one artist in particular a lot on the sound system, and her name is Manalemosh Dibo, and yeah, she's just got such a gorgeous voice that really pierces my soul every time I hear it. And yeah, to this day I still listen to a lot of Ethiopian music and just Ethiopian artists, even if they're not doing Ethiopian music. Kelela is an example, and just like Manalemosh, she kind of has gives me that same feeling of piercing something deep inside me. I don't know if I can say I've had an impact yet. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully 4 or 5 years we're having a different conversation, God willing. But I don't know if I can say I've had one yet. The only impact I can speak to is that being at certain gigs and stuff, and I see them in the crowd, and then they come up to me after and say, can we take a picture for my mom? Yeah, before being a musician, it was my dream to play for Arsenal as a centre midfielder. When I was playing football, I had this thing. I always admired players who were known for their passing, like Cesc Fabregas or Guti, people like that. And if I ever got in front of goal where I had to shoot, I was always panicked a bit because I was like, I don't really want to shoot. And I think that's it. Always kind of, even when I became a musician, that kind of transferred into, always kind of wanted to be the person behind the scenes, playing the pass, instead of taking a shot. To be totally honest, I would say I don't always cope with being in so many different places and different times with different individuals. I think it's hard to manage your time, first of all, just on an organizational level, and then manage your emotions in these environments, and then still try to, have a solid output at work. Do you know what I mean? As an artist. We spoke about, it's not always easy to be in one place where you didn't do that well. For example, let's say things didn't go that well, and now I've got to go into another environment and be the leader in that environment. And the thought process for me personally is how can I go and be the leader in this environment when I did so badly in the other environment? But despite that thought process, I still have to go and do it and have a maximum output, which I probably don't always have. The core component in my craft is, I think, honesty. The people I like the most are people like D'Angelo and Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder and Jimi Hendrix. And I think when you explore these people's art, it's very much a reflection of their personality, especially when you dig into who they were as people. And I really hope people are saying the same thing about me in X amount of years.